your man, God's will for your life partner, it will chase you. It will come after you. You don't have to chase a man. When he said that, then I was like, okay, so he's not here to do trial and error with me. Don't let your feelings becloud your sense of reasoning.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been...
Hello there, how are you? My name is Favor. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in. I film about faith and lifestyle. How are you? If you're coming across this channel for the first time, you are highly welcome. Where in the world have you been all this while? Anyway, you're welcome. You are officially welcome, and I'm so happy to have you here. We are all happy to have you here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you. You guys are the real MVPs. I'm so happy to always have you here. Thank you for always coming back. And please do subscribe if you have not subscribed. Definitely, if you're new here, please do subscribe. I'll really appreciate. And I assure you, you will not regret it. Definitely. So let's jump right into this video. As you guys can tell from the title, today we're going to be talking about how I knew my husband was the one. Like, how do you know that? How? Okay, yeah. So we'll be discussing that in this video. Okay, let me just be honest. This one, I did not outline it. I mean, I did not outline anything. I did not write anything down. I did not plan it. I just said, let me talk about it. Let me share my story, my experience. Okay, hopefully it will bless someone out there. So yeah, let's go right into it. How did I know my husband was the one? In 2018 February, in fact I can't remember the date too. On the 6th of February, I usually have a write-up, a motivational and inspirational write-ups that I send to all my WhatsApp contacts every Tuesday. That's what I was doing, and the day before, he had called me to tell me that he had wanted to speak with me. Okay, prior to then, let me even start from here. Prior to then, we had just known. Anyway, I'm going to do a video on how we met. So yeah, reserve that for that time. So let's just start from the very day he told me his intentions about me. So let's just start from that day, okay? Okay, so just a day before that day, he told me that he had wanted to talk to me. So he was like that he's been praying about it, and that he has feelings of love towards me, and he wants me to be his wife. And I was like, really? Who does that? I had not met him before. As in, we had not met physically, face to face. We had not met before. Sorry, we did not do online dating. It was not, see, I don't even know how to explain. It's complicated. It's not complicated, but at the same time. Oh, gosh. Anyway, wait till the video about how we met comes out. So maybe by then it will majora. So okay, so but right now I'm just going to explain however it comes to me. So I was like, okay, wait, who does that? How? We have not met before. You don't even really know me. We've only met for a couple of months, maybe 2 months plus or so, and you are loving me. How? Where did the feelings come from? Okay. Okay. And then I just knew him like, okay, this person is a normal person. I basically did not even know nothing much about him, really. So I was like, okay, because I was not expecting it at all. I wasn't expecting it. So I was like, okay. In fact, me that normally I already calculated, I already planned it in my head that, okay, when brother comes to propose, I'll tell him, okay, I'll pray about it. That even if I know already that in my mind, I'll just tell him, okay, give me some time, let me pray about it. But this one, I was not expecting it at all. So I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, okay. So it was not, I was not like, okay, yeah, you pray about it. So I was like, yes. So I was like, yes. Okay, so in that period, it was as if, in fact, that was just the time God set for everything to happen for me in that regard. Okay, during that same period, different other brothers came and said, God said. One even told me, the Spirit said. So I said, which Spirit? Okay. Someone even came to me and said, the Spirit said. I said, which Spirit? So in total, 6 brothers proposed marriage to me. And I'm going to try to be as open as possible because I really do not know who this is going to help. Okay. So at the time, I was very close to someone else. And I was already thinking, maybe this is the one. Maybe. Okay. I was not sure. I was just thinking maybe. I was already saying that if he's the one, that maybe very soon he will come and propose. Okay, because we were very close. We had so many things in common and all of that. So, and he had not proposed at that time. It was my husband that proposed before him. So when my husband proposed, I did not even take it serious. To be honest, I didn't even think about it. I did not pray about it. Anyway, I thought about it. I was like, see, what went to my mind that day was, you're not the one I'm expecting. You're not the one I'm expecting. I already had someone else in mind that I was hoping that, I was assuming that maybe it's this person. The first day, second day, the third day, after my husband proposed. So the third day, I was not like, wait, someone even proposed to me. Let me even tell my mom. Let me tell her. So I now told her that so this person said this, that. So she was like, that I should pray about it. So that was when I was not like, okay, true. At least someone said he wants to marry me. Okay, at least I should pray about it. So that was when I decided to pray about it. And so I started praying about it. In between the period when I was praying about it, not long after, the other brother that we were close friends, and I was thinking, maybe he's the one. He too came and proposed. So at that point, because my mind was already on that one, okay, I was already thinking, maybe this is the brother. And if it was to be naturally, to be honest, if it was naturally speaking, if God was not involved, and one thing I also want to say is, it's important to let God guide you in the choice of your spouse. It is very important. You can't choose by your human reasoning or knowledge or understanding or feelings. You cannot base your decision on feelings. No. Feelings will not last you a lifetime. Okay? So it's very important to let God really in that situation. Very, very important. That way you wouldn't regret. That way when challenges come up, you're able to go back to him and say, oh God, you were the one that gave me this person. You were the one that told me this is who you have for me. This is the bone of my bone. This is the flesh of my flesh. You told me this is your will for me. So why this happening? What is the solution? What is the way out? But if you chose by yourself, if God was not involved, who do you run to? Because there is no challenge-free life. Okay? No challenge-free marriage. So who do you run to at that time? So but when you have God, when you are sure that okay, you and God went on this journey together, or are going on this journey together, you have a partner. Apart from your partner that you married, you have someone to always run back to, okay, when challenges come, and that keeps you going. At that point, it was not only confusing, it was draining for me. At that point, it was really, really draining for me. So, but of course, because I know that this is a lifetime decision, I cannot afford to joke with it. I cannot afford to assume. I cannot afford to just go by my feelings or what I see at the moment. So I had to take it serious. So further in the place of prayer, I did 3 days dry fasts. Not dry. I was drinking water. Okay, but 3 days marathon fast without food. I did that about 3 times when I was asking God for who is my husband. I did that 3 different times. The first one I did was before. It was okay. My husband proposed in February, and it was around that period that the other brothers also proposed. So it was the December before that February. It was December 2017. I don't know, the Spirit of God just led me that I should go on this fast. So I did. Was it December or January, Seth? I don't know, it was December. The Spirit of God just inspired me that I should, and specifically told me specifically about who God's will for me in marriage is, that I should pray that I would not miss it and all of that. So yeah, so that was it. So at that time I already knew all these brothers, but nobody was making any move. It was just normal friendship, and just like that. Okay, so and yeah, I was already very close to the other brother at that time, and I just got to got to know my husband at that time also. Not, of course, not you. I know I said not meet physically or no physically, but over the phone. Okay, he just got my contact. He just got to message me and call me. Okay, so at that time, the Holy Spirit just led me to do that fast specifically for that reason. I told my parents then, and yeah, they prayed for me that God will reveal things to you. I didn't tell them the exact reason why I was doing the fast, but just told them I just wanted to go on a retreat. And they prayed for me. After the fast, my dad prayed for me, blessed me. When the proposal came and I needed to get God's guidance and direction, I decided to go on that 3 days fast again. And there I was like, oh God, I was in a place of prayer. I was like, oh God, I'm not going to leave here until you answer me. During that period, while I was praying and waiting, even though I didn't take it serious initially, but my mom said I should pray about it, so I decided to pray about it. So during that period, whenever he calls, I would just, even when my phone is right in front of me, I'll just look at it and put it on silent. I'll put it on silence and I'll just ignore. Then maybe like a few hours later, I'll now call back. I say, sorry, I missed your call. Oh God, ladies shakara, eh? Anyway, that was what I was doing. So I did that almost every time. Sometimes I'll just speak and say, even if I'm just relaxing on my bed. Even if I'm just relaxing on my bed, see, you have to do shakara, okay? Because this is the time you have. So sometimes I will just speak and say, sorry, can you call me back later? Even if I'm just relaxed on my bed, I'm just relaxing on my bed. Just to form. So yeah, even though I was still praying, I was still in the process of hearing from God, but I didn't want to appear just readily available. If you want any guy to take you serious, don't be readily available. If you want any guy to take you serious and to respect you, don't be readily available. I don't know, but that's just what I think, Sha. That's just what I think. So yeah. Don't be readily available, even if you're just chilling. They call you for not every. You don't just be available at every beck and call. Call and beckon, or what's it called? Whatever. Don't just be readily available all the time. Maybe he just wants to relax and I call you. Yeah, available for dinner, or let's go hang out. Every single time you say yes, my sister, give yourself some brain. Anyway, I'm just sharing my own peace of mind. What I just think is the ideal. What I just think works for me. Anyway, what is my own ideal? My own ideal. So I'm just putting it out there for whosoever cares to take it. So all through that period, I was trying to get a placement. You knew I was serving. I started my service process, but I had not gotten a placement. So he was always, concerned and asking how is it going? What did they say today? What was? So it was different strokes for different folks, right? One man's food is another man's poison. So the fact that I don't like this thing or I would not do this thing on a normal day does not mean I should judge someone that is what they love doing. Okay, so there was a time during our conversation that I said that when he told me, oh, I love this, I love that. I was like, oh, me, I don't at all in any way. But I now said that one man's food is another man's poison. So he was like, oh, that he likes that. I don't judge people based on. So I was like, yeah, everybody cannot be the same. So over time, when I discovered, oh, I think this is what God is saying about this brother, I started opening up to him also gradually, when he tells me about himself, this is what I like, this is what I like, telling my own too. Oh, me, I don't like this, or me, I don't like this, like that. And yeah, so it is, everybody's love story is different, basically. People say marry your friend. But my husband was my friend before he proposed, and of course we now became best friends even before we got married. But we were not like the best of friends. We were not like into each other. We were not like, our friendship was not deep even before he proposed. Okay, and before God told me that he was the one for me. So everybody's story cannot be the same, basically. But today, the peace of God reigneth in my marriage to the glory of God. Hallelujah. One of the major things that made me know that this is God's will for me was his persistence. Even all through that period, for months, that he kept telling me, I love you, after every conversation, and I was saying, okay. He never relented, basically. I think he said this after every single conversation. I love you, I love you. Whenever he says, I love you, I just say, okay. Even when at that time we were already like pretty close, or like we were already like really getting to know each other better, I was just saying, okay. I can remember. I'm sure if I dig into my WhatsApp chats, I should be able to find the date. Yeah. So the very first day I told, it was not even verbally. I texted it. So the very first day I told him I love you. Yay! Jackpot. He was so excited. He was so excited, and he was so happy, and he was jumping everywhere. So, but yeah. So just remembering that time, and yeah. So anyway, that was it. So, but it took a long time, like months. I wanted to be telling you, I love you, and you just say, okay, I love you, okay. that was just it for me. After all of that, and with all my prayers and different ways God spoke to me, I'll be going into those details very soon. But apart from God speaking to me now, because it's one thing for God to speak to you, but marriage, attraction is important also. You don't just say, God said this is God's will for me, and you don't like the person. It cannot, it does not tally in any way. If God is telling you this is my will for you, you must like the person. There must be a form of attraction. In fact, every form of attraction, you should be attracted to the person. Okay, you should love the person. You should like the person generally. You should love to be around the person. Okay, so it should be balanced basically. So, and there's some other things basically that you should also be careful to observe, take note of about that person. Another thing that made me know that this man is serious about me and is God's will for my life was his patience. At that time, I told him, I want to further my education. I want to study more. I have plans, I already set my goals for the next 10 years of my life. So I was like, I've not achieved the things I said I want to achieve before I get married. So I was like, I still want to do those things first. So it was like, why not? Like, yeah, we're in this together for however long you want to take. We're in this together. We're going to do this together. We're going to go through everything together. We're going to do the school together. And we're going to get married together, okay? So it was like, yeah, we're in this together. In fact, yeah, that time I was thinking that, in my mind though, what I thought it was going to say, because it's quite older than me. So in my mind, what I thought it was going to say was, time is not on my side though. Okay? And my parents are not taking it lightly with me, They've been on my neck for me to get married since. So in my mind, that was what I thought it was going to say. I thought it was going to say, since you're not ready, we shall find another sister. That's what I thought it was going to say. But he said, no, that you want to, of course, why not? No matter how many years you want to take, the most important thing is that you still marry me, right? Oh, that's so sweet. Your life partner, it will chase you. It will come after you. You don't have to chase a man. I don't believe, some people believe if he's not proposing, you can go and propose to him. Different strokes for different folks. People's beliefs are different. But me, I don't believe in that. The scripture says he that finds a wife, not he that finds a husband. So the man is to do the searching, is to do the finding, is to find me, not the other way around. That is my own belief. Some people believe the other way, the other thing, but like I said, different strokes for different folks. So I don't believe in going after a man, no, or in proposing, or no. Be patient. If that is God's will for you, why not? It will come eventually. And of course, you can shake things up in the spirit and make him come earlier than, if it's delaying and you're sure that this is God's way for your life. You can pray and God can make him come out of his comfort zone, just to satisfy you early. Yeah. So in the place of prayer, God spoke to me. He spoke to me basically. And another important thing I want to mention is that you should know how God speaks to you, because it starts from now. If you're single and you're watching me, please build a bond with God, build a good relationship with God, and know how God speaks to you, so that when it's time for you to make a decision as regards who to marry, it becomes easy for you. Because when you know how God speaks to you, when God is now telling you, this is who I want you to marry, you know that this is God speaking. And yeah, it's easier for you to recognize and understand what God is saying to you at that time. So he spoke to me through the normal ways he talks to me. He spoke to me through dreams. He spoke to me directly through his audible voice. And I still told God, I want to be double sure. I told him to give me a reconfirmation. I told him to give me a reconfirmation 2 times. So after he told me, and I was sure that, okay, yeah, this is God speaking, I was like, wow. So, wow. I told God, okay, if this is really your will for me, tell me again. The scripture says, once have I spoken, twice have I heard. So, you should tell me again. Let me hear again, so that I will be double sure for myself. So even though my parents are pastors, I know my parents are pastors, and I know they hear from God, and I know that as regards their daughter's marriage, they will not, of course, they'll be careful to hear from God. I mean, they've been hearing from God about other people's own, so by the grace of God, they won't miss it in their daughter's own. So I was sure that, okay, I'm sure that God will speak to them about this. But I did not want to rely on that. I told myself, I'm not going to rely on my parents' judgment, or not judgment, so to say, but I'm not going to rely on the fact that my parents are pastors and I'm sure that they can hear from God. No, I want to hear God for myself, because this is my life. I'm the one that will be living with this person for the rest of my life, not them. So I told God, I want to hear from you for myself. I want to be sure and double sure. So I asked God for a reconfirmation 2 different times, and he reconfirmed to me through the ways he has been speaking to me before. Okay, so now I know that Brother P is God's will for me. I told my mom, of course, I told my mom from the very beginning. Along the line, I told my dad as well. So even after I knew and I was sure and I was confident that this is what God is saying, that Brother P is God's will for my life, my dad still did not say anything. And because my dad had not said anything, I could not tell him as well. I could not give him an answer because, of course, I need my parents go ahead. It was in August, after our annual convention. If you are a redeemer, you know what I'm talking about. It was in August, middle of August, that I told Brother P, yes. Compiled those pictures and used it to do a video. Used it to make a video with a nice song. If I can still find the clip, I would put a short part of it in the video. So I compiled it and said yes at the end of the video. That was it. And that was how it all happened. And yeah, so plans for introduction started immediately. I've been married for a year and some months now, and to the glory of God, it's been beautiful, it's been blissful, not exactly challenge free. No, the road has not been smooth, but it has been absolutely worth it, and I would not on earth by any means exchange this journey for anything. Absolutely nothing. Okay, another thing I would like to say is that you shouldn't go on a journey with your heart without taking your brain along. I will explain. At some point, Uncle Pems was doing things I did not like, and to me it was not just, so I had to tell him, hello uncle, just don't let your feelings becloud your sense of reasoning during your courtship period, or in the process of you trying to decide who to get married to. Basically, don't. Basically, let the Spirit of God lead you, but at the same time, go on this journey with your mind, go on this journey with your brain. Let your thinking faculty be sharp, be smart, okay? Because once you enter into marriage, you've entered. It is a lifetime journey. When I told him that, it was like, this is reset button. Auntie is not here to play. He told me that, that when I told him that I made him sit up. Let him know that this lady is smart, and it's also for your own good. It is for your own good, because whatever you tolerate during courtship, it will amplify in the marriage. So even when I heard from God and I was sure that, okay, this is what God is telling me, I still had to do my own due diligence. I will not just say, okay, because God has said this is God's will for me, then I'll fold my hands and take whatever comes with it. No, I still did research. I did research. Oh. I went to find out why his friends on IG. I followed them and see what type of life do they live, you know. What are this, you know, things like that. At least I did my due diligence in the little way I could. So don't just say because you are very close friends, so you just take whatever it tells you. No. Do your part. Do your due diligence. If you don't, and the truth is also doing some research about you. It would not tell you, but also doing some research about you, because nobody wants to marry the wrong person. So I hope you guys enjoyed my story. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you have not subscribed, please do subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, you can give it a like, a thumbs up, and you can leave a comment in the comment section below. Share your story with us. How did you know your husband was the one? How did you know? Or what advice do you have for people out there that could help them? If you like this topic, please let me know in the comment section below if I should do more on topics like this, you know, sharing my story, if hopefully it could help guide someone. All right, see you in my next one. Please stay safe at this time, and until then, bye for now.
Seeing monsters at your window. No, you can't sleep, you pretend though. You don't have to play the hero, 'cause I got you like you got me. When the earth shakes